J Bills, Media Spotlight UK, reunited with my man, Wade Plemons, in the building. Getting more hench, as it seems.
Hinch, that's right. That's what y'all got. Okay, so that's why Tommy Hinch calls himself. He's like Tommy Swole kind of deal.
Yeah, that's kind of our sort of slang in terms over here. When you say you're hench, like you're built.
Yeah, I'm built. You know what I'm saying? I'm built different over here. Come on, check out the guns, dude. Smuggled them across the border. You feel me?
Well, welcome back to Misfits. Welcome back. Like, how does it feel to be back in this scenario, back on commentary, on good terms with everybody? Like, how are you feeling amongst all of this?
Yeah, you know, Conor McGregor one time, when he was in Cage Warriors, they asked him about being a two-weight world champion, and then he was. And then, as he was going into the UFC, they put the 45 belt on him, and then they asked him about the 155 belt, and they said, how does that feel? He was wearing both of them, and he said, it feels familiar. That's how I feel, man. It feels familiar. It just feels like home. It feels like exactly where I should be right now, and it's fun to see all the faces, to be on good terms with everybody, and to be on just a banger of a card, man.
I mean, obviously, when you had your last fight, there seemed to be a little bit of a storyline between you and Mams Taylor, like in terms of, you know, Messiah Warrior to beat you. Obviously, you beat Messiah Warrior, but
dead serious. But I wasn't a story to me. I took everything that happened seriously, and I wasn't playing no character. I wasn't.
No. But I meant as in, like, obviously, that seems to be like calming down. Obviously, with you and Mams being good.
We've talked since, yeah. That was. I think that was for Mams about me coming back and earning a little bit of respect back by just coming to the event, doing what I needed to do. I don't think he actually wanted to see me win, but I did. And afterward, we had some talks, and things have gone really well. And Mam's a good guy, man. It was just miscommunication, and that's usually the breaker of relationships in, fighting and love life and everything. It's miscommunication, and we got that under control now, and things are good.
And I've got to say, congratulations on the Ring Magazine collaboration with you and the Way Concept.
Yeah.
I mean, talk to me about how you felt to get in that collaboration. It's a big time deal.
It's crazy, man. My manager came to me with it and was asking about numbers and this and that, and I was like, I don't give a damn what the numbers are. Just let's get it done, right? I'm one of those guys that doesn't really care about that other stuff. We can settle that later, but let's hit the ground running. Let's start doing some cool stuff, and we really have. And it's about to go to the next level in a couple of weeks in Vegas for Canelo Crawford.
I was going to ask about Canelo Crawford, like biggest fight of the year.
Yeah.
I mean, who do you have for that? Because obviously, what a fight for the ages.
Canelo, man, I'm sticking with the bigger man, undisputed. A guy that's been in the biggest fights, has proved it too many times for me, too experienced in big fights. But as far as the fight itself goes, it's going to be interesting because Terrence does bring a different beast when it comes to just his style, his technique, his precision, his counterpunching, his feet. There's a lot that he does really well, and if Canelo comes in there on Williams' goal timing and is flat-footed and just walking around the ring, he's going to get punished for it, and he'll lose. So he can't do that, and a big confidence booster for me, and maybe I'm holding a little bit too much onto it, is that Jerron Boots in his sparring that he's been getting. Okay. I'm like, oh my God, Boots is there, so Canelo's seeing some real, high-level switcher, and so hopefully that makes a difference, but it's so close to the fight, who really knows, man?
I mean, what have you been observing as far as this week? It's been a wild fight week for Misfits. I mean, where do we even begin?
I mean, the only way to describe it is just to call it what it is. It's chaos, man. I mean, that's what Misfits is. And, yes, sometimes it gets over the line. We almost had a fight out here just a second ago, and Dylan Dennis and Luke Rockhold almost got into it a second ago. Yeah. All that stuff is part of the game here, though, man. And this is what you come to Misfits for. You come for the excitement. You come for the entertainment. And then sprinkled in there, you have some real legitimate prospects. You have Jahan Ingram on this card. You have Amir Anderson on this card. You have Sean Hemphill on this card, who's a WBA gold champ. You have Ty Mitchell on this card, who Misfits really believes can be a top 10 guy in the world. And then you have Darren Till and Luke Rockhold, two guys that were world level in MMA coming over. So it's everything you want and some.
And then obviously Tony Ferguson versus Salt Pappy. I mean, what more can you ask for?
I'm saying, I didn't even mention that. I didn't mention the co-main event. I didn't mention Dylan Dennis in an MMA fight. I didn't mention any of that, and that is even more to look forward to. So yeah, man. Well done to Mams. Callie is over here. Well done to everybody at Wasserman as well to getting this one done.
A couple final things from me. Obviously, you're back on commentary. How exciting is that for you to be back on the booth? We've seen like, a lot of highlights over the years. I still remember when you were with Dean the Great on commentary, like vibing when Slim came out. How does it feel to be back in that spot and, just to vibe out?
I'm so excited, man. Usually I do the play-by-play stuff these days, and I got to be honest with you, it's not my favorite thing. I just know it's the most available thing. So being in the third spot with Todd again is going to be fun. I get to be myself. I get to bring energy. I get to break down fights a little bit. BJ will be there with me too, so he'll be giving even more insight than I have. So it'll be great, man. I can't wait.
And as a wrestling fan of myself, I've seen you've been on SummerSlam recently. I mean, how was that whole experience? Were you at WrestleMania as well?
Yeah, I was at WrestleMania. I work with a couple different companies. Drumstick has brought me out, and we've been showcasing the best snack in America to everybody, man. It's been fun. Got to do some really cool interviews and some cool spots. Got to meet John Cena. That was really cool. So yeah, we'll just keep going, and hopefully the bigger events they keep bringing me out for.
What was it like meeting John Cena? Did you get to say a couple of words to him?
Super quick. It was in passing. I shook his hand. He just thanked me for being there, and I was like, bro, you're John Cena. What are you thanking the guy that's just here for Drumstick for? But you can just tell, man, he's a genuine guy. He's the last guy to leave and is always the first guy to be there and shaking everyone's hand and making everyone's taken care of. And that's kind of why, I'm not John Cena by any means, but it's kind of why I stay around. I look at examples like that guy, and I'm like, man, he's at the top, and if that's what he's doing, then I'm doing it too.
I mean, obviously, John Cena's final farewell tour, obviously he's come back to being a babyface. He had his heel run, which a lot of people had a lot of criticisms for. But, I mean, as a fan, to see John Cena in his final year as a competitor, like, how does that make you feel?
Well, listen, the heel run was weird, obviously, for a lot of people. But in the wrestling business, they're just saying, how can we miss you if you never go away, right?
Sure.
When the babyface is always a babyface, it's hard to appreciate it. When John turned heel for just a little bit, and people wanted immediately him to turn back, right? How many times did you want to see John Cena be a babyface when he was a babyface? You're like, just go heel one time. I just want to see it.
That's it. Yeah.
He does it, and it makes you want to see him as a babyface again. And when he turned and came back, it was like a bigger roar than he got for the last 5 years, So I think they know what they're doing over there. It's been good to see John on his farewell tour. And listen, what he's done for the wrestling business can't be replaced or replicated.
And finally, from me, obviously, you'll be back on commentary tomorrow. Could we see more commentary style things in the future with Misfits? Obviously, I know you've got a lot of projects with the Ring magazine. You've been doing a lot of interviews, traveling abroad, going to different big pro fights. What's the future as far as Misfits? And even as a boxer, like, where are we at for you there?
Yeah, listen, my number one priority is the Ring magazine, and that makes it a little tough to be consistent here at Misfits just because the dates line up a lot, and if something's going on over there and going on over here, obviously I got to be over there. But when I can make it work, I would love to be over here, man. If Mams wants me to be a part of something and it works out dates wise, and HE is all good with it, then we're here. You know what I mean? And as far as me fighting, same kind of thing. I'm on the road a lot. I haven't been home for the last month, and I want to go home. I want to go home and sleep in my own bed. And sometimes that's another reason why I can't fight, because I'm not training and I'm dedicated to being one of the best I can be in the sports commentary space. So I think I will do it one more time. It just probably won't be anytime soon.
If it were to be that you come back in the boxing space, would you want it to be Hstikkytokky if it were to be?
Yeah, someone asked me this a second ago, man. I think HS is kind of in the same spot I am, where it's like, he doesn't really need to fight, and I see he's killing it apparently on kick and streaming and stuff, so good for him. I also saw his hand is a little messed up, so I don't really know what his availability is like, but yeah, in the future, if he would be down to do it, I would definitely be down to do it. But I think the more likely option is probably Aaron the Plumber, if we can get it to get done. Yep. But we'll see. Like I said, it's no rush for me. I don't think it's any rush for any of them. And I know that's not what everybody wants to hear. But it's just like life happens, man. And, you got to take care of what you got to take care of. I'm trying to feed family. I'm trying to buy things and move on and potentially grow some relationship here. So there's a lot going on in Casa de Wade. So I'm living fine with or without fighting, but I do want to do it at least once more.
Finally, what projects you got coming up? Tell the fans out there what's going on with you, Wade.
I'll be at Canelo, Crawford, all of the fight week. So September 8th to the 14th, I'll be out there. Potentially Ring 4, November 22nd. We'll see. Still kind of waiting on that one. WWE stuff, whenever Drumstick makes the call, I say yes. So that'll be coming up. I'm sure they'll want to do something for Survivor Series or Royal Rumble. We'll see. We'll see. Probably Royal Rumble, but we'll see. And then, I'm football season, man. I'm locked in on football. I'm starting a football channel. Kind of already started it. I haven't been posting this week, of course. Week 1 of football, I haven't posted a lot. But it's just because I'm over here, time change, whatever else. But Tennessee Vols, 10 wins this year, or I am boycotting college football. You heard it here first, dude.
Wow, you said it. The man himself, Wade Concept, Wade Plemons. Wade, always a pleasure to see you, my bro. And I can't wait to see you on commentary tomorrow. And wish you all the best in going forward.
Appreciate it, brother. Thank
As always.